right, now look, before we even start this live stream, right? We gonna keep this at P. All right. we gonna keep it P. All right, now look. First things first, right? I'm a get this out the way. I'm gonna get this out the way quick because I know everybody been asking like, X, where you been at? Where you been at, bro? Where's the edits? Where's the right? We gonna keep it P before we even do anything, right? First things first, okay? I am not I am not monetized on this on YouTube, okay? So if y'all rock with me, okay? If y'all rock with me, I'm a post. I'm a link the Cash App. Okay, if y'all want to support, okay. But as of right now, as of right now, yo, what's up, YMF? He say go birds. Look, as of right now, I'm not monetized on this channel, right? I haven't posted in I don't know how long. Okay, it's been what, like 5 6 months. So I don't know how the algorithm gonna work for me right now. Okay, I haven't been posting. I'm not monetized on here, right? So we gonna start there. Okay, before I even talk about the 49ers. Uh I don't know how the YouTube algorithm gonna rock with me, right? Because again, I haven't been on here and I don't know how long, right? I haven't been live streaming, posting. So I'm not in the algorithm at all. Okay. I know YouTube not going, yo, what's up? What's up, Lord? Look, I know YouTube, right? You know, you gotta have some motion first before you even can think about I never cared about views, first things first, right? So I know how the algorithm gonna work starting out. They not gonna show me no, no type of love. Cause first off, I'm not monetized on here. Okay, I haven't been posting. So, but that let's start there. This is my first live stream and I don't know how long. you know? So they like, all right, bro, they've been asking, where you been? All right. Now look, before we even talk about the 49ers, okay? Because I'm on a top. I'm on a top. Before we even talk about the 49ers, right? Let me give a shout out to all of the Eagles content creators that's been holding it down, right? Um, I mean, I'm talking about people that been live streaming uh since before 2000, since 2015, 16, 17, 18, right? I want to give I want to show I want to give a shout out to the content creators that have been the Eagles content creators that have been consistently posting, bro, because I promise you it's not easy. YouTube is not easy, right? I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years, okay? It's content creators that been doing YouTube for 8, 9, 10 years and they still post it every day consistently. I want to give a shout out to the Eagles content creators like Lord Brunson, Simone with the sports, Philly 500, what's his name? Philly Shake or Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the OGs that be posting consistently on YouTube. I have to show them love, bro. Because bro, it's doing YouTube it's not easy. Live, like consistently posting is not easy. Making content consistently is not easy, right? So for the ones who have been consistently doing this for a long period of time, I gotta show them love, right? I gotta show them love first and foremost. Now, I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years, right? Now, I be taking breaks. I be doing, so it's so difficult, right? Especially when you got so many other things going on. For the people who can actually consistently post on here and consistently do live stream, consistently make content, consistently do their thing, right? I want to show them love and appreciation, right? Because everybody been asking, like, bro, where you been at? All right. I'll say this. Doing YouTube is difficult, right? So being consistent is not as easy as people may think it is, right? Especially when you got so many other things going on. Bro, say we went at 69 zip. Bet on it. Hey, bro. Official, listen to me, bro. We about to die. We about to get into that, right? But I have to address some things for the people who supported me for so long, right? I've been on a hiatus. I be put up or I be going like I be it's like for the ones who've been rocking with me since I've been in the car live streams, right? For the ones who've been rocking with me from the first time I've ever posted, I feel like I owe them, right, an explanation, right? So I'll put it like this, right? I apologize. I'm sorry I haven't been like posted and locked in with y'all, okay? That's on me. I'll take, like I said, doing YouTube and making content is not easy. Okay, it's not easy to consistently post. So I'll give y'all that. Okay, I'll give y'all my a sincere apology and say, you know what, man, I haven't been, but that's just off the strength. That's just off me, having a sense of right gratitude for the subscribers and the people who've been here from the very beginning, right? Now, again, I know the algorithm gonna be a little weird because I haven't been posting, right? So I get it. I'm not even worried about the views. I never cared about the views or the likes or none of that. So it's this more so about me just, really just apologizing to y'all that I haven't been really, locked in. Cause I know y'all be like, bro, y'all know I'm really like, as far as edits, bro, no, come on, bro. As far as content, bro, I know I'm really like that, so, and I know y'all feed off of it. Y'all need that, right? We need that as a community. So for me to not provide that, I sincerely just want to, apologize on that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely plan on being more consistent. Um, but the the playoffs is here. The playoffs is here. And the Philadelphia Eagles coming off of a repeat, right? We coming off of a repeat. No, look, no. We coming off of a Super Bowl win. I'm already calling it a repeat. Look, we have a chance to repeat. We have a chance to, yo, what's up, Eagles fan official? I see y'all in here, bro. I see y'all in here. Look, for the Philadelphia Eagles to have a shot to repeat, okay, to make it to the playoffs after y'all, you see the banner. You see you see the two Super Bowls. That speaks for itself. You see the banner right here. Right? For us to have a shot to repeat. For us to have a shot to repeat is if you couldn't ask for much more. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for as a fan? Now, I have been seeing a lot of doubt, a lot of hate, a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy, bro. That comes with the territory. That comes with the territory of being a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. We know how that is. We understand that. So I get it, okay. But the Philadelphia Eagles, as the number 3 seed, coming off a Super Bowl win, to be the number 3 seed, to repeat in their division with nobody repeats in this division, in a highly competitive division, right? It was interesting to see the hate, right? Because you know it's there, right? You know the hate, jealousy, envy, you know it's there, right? You know that's never going away. You know that's never going away. So as I'm watching the Eagles struggle and lose games and trying to figure things out, I'm also understanding this what comes with the territory. I'm also understanding this what comes with the territory. Right? This what comes with the territory, not only being an Eagles fan, with not only being an Eagles content creator, but not only being someone who supports the Eagles, you understand the hate, bro. You get that. You get that, bro. So, like, I knew when the Eagles was, I knew the Eagles were going to struggle this year before the season even started, right? Imagine winning it all. Imagine being at the pinnacle. Imagine being at the pinnacle. I'm just, bro. I'm just laying the foundation for you guys. Honestly, I just want to lay the foundation for you guys. Imagine being at the pinnacle, right? Imagine being at the top of your game, right? And thinking you're gonna go and do the same thing the following year in a field that's highly competitive. In a field that's highly competitive. In a sport that's highly competitive. You know there's going to be a drawback. You know, like that's obvious, right? So going into the 2025 season, I already had it in my mind. There's no way possible the Eagles are going to be as dominant as they were the previous year. Why? Because the NFL is extremely competitive. Okay, what you think you gonna do the previous year? Teams are gearing up and preparing to hit you with their best shot. When you at the top, bro, you gonna get hit with everything someone has imaginable. Pat's Nation, bro, said you're talking, but nothing being said, bro. You have to listen. You have to listen. I'm laying the foundation for you. Okay, we're leading up into the 49ers, bro. Just listen, bro. Shut up and listen, gang. I have to set the foundation, bro. All right, so look. Now, with the Philadelphia Eagles, you knew that it wasn't going to look the same. You can't go into after being at the top and winning it all, being at the top of your game, you think you're going to go and do the next thing, you do the same thing the following year in a highly competitive field? No. On top of that, you got so many different changing variables. Jalen Hurts has a new offensive coordinator, just like all of his other previous years. So now he got to learn a whole nother playbook, right? Get on one accord with the offensive coordinator, right? You know it's not gonna look the same. You know the offense not gonna look the same. So when AJ Brown is having his moments and he's trying to rally the troops, and it's like, oh, here we go, it's the same thing, right? Look, right? Now this is looking like 2023, right? This is looking like when the Eagles were frauds, or bro, it's like, and as I'm paying attention to it, I'm like, bro, do we not understand that this was inevitable? Right? A drawback is inevitable. If you're going to be at the top, at the pinnacle, everybody trying to knock you off, bro. Everybody trying to knock you off. So of course things going to get that much more difficult when you're at the peak. So as I'm peeping it out, as I'm watching, watching things play out, I'm like, okay, the Eagles are, they're struggling, right? Rightfully so. They supposed to. How many different players on defense, offensive line banged up the whole year, hurt, all the different injuries, different offensive coordinator. So you got to figure things out. You got to adjust. And that's what this season, right, is exactly what I expected from the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Bro said go Pack go. Go Pack go. Stop it, bro. Stop that. That's nonsense. They might not even beat the Bears. They might not even beat the Bears. It's playoff time in Philly. Yes, sir. So look, hear me out, bro. So when the Eagles were struggling this year, I'm like, all right, of course. Of course. There should be a drawback. You can only be at the top for so long. Especially in this league. But now the Philadelphia Eagles, but look, they still have a shot. We still got a shot to repeat. We still have a shot to repeat. We still got a shot to repeat. But who's standing in our way? The first playoff game of our repeat run is the 49ers. The 49ers. Every QB who entered this season with a new offensive coordinator had a horrible year. But look, Jalen Hurts he's had a different offensive coordinator every year of his NFL career. Hell, dating back to college, he's had a different offensive coordinator every year. I guess he had Shane Steichen 2 times in a row, and what happened? He has an MVP year and goes to the Super Bowl. Right? So to piggyback on that, to see the Philadelphia Eagles as a franchise continue to, now you wanna move people up that's already in your organization, right? That's what good organizations do. You look at Brian Johnson being promoted as offensive coordinator. You look at who the hell is our new offensive coordinator name? I don't even care to know his name. He sucks. But again, you want to elevate people that's already on your team, on your roster. That's what good. That's like, okay. That's like if you got a team, right? You're not gonna go to an outside source. You're not gonna go to an outside source. You gotta feed the team. So if Nick Sirianni has a coaching staff and there's a slot, there's a new job opening, you have to pour back into the people who put in the work with you. So I can understand why the Philadelphia Eagles, okay, let's elevate our quarterbacks coach or our offensive coordinator. Or no, let's elevate our quarterback coach to the offensive coordinator role. Right? Let's elevate one of our somebody on our coaching staff in a bigger role. Like you kind of have to do that. But we've seen that it doesn't work. We need to establish, look at Kellen Moore. I promise you I would have kept Kellen Moore. Now you got to be loyal to your team. You got to be loyal to your coaching staff. You got to. And I get that with Nick Sirianni. But bro, giving Jalen Hurts, if anything, I would have kept Shane Steichen. Right? But first off, bro, we got to figure out an offensive coordinator. If you got to go get one from somewhere else, I would have kept Shane Steichen or Kellen Moore. Honestly, bro. I know, but I can understand why they feel like, all right, we want to pour back into the people who put in the work with us and elevate them. Bro, you kind of got to do that. But if you're constantly doing that and it's not working, nah, go get somebody from the outside. Go get somebody that's established, right? Kellen Moore, we won a Super Bowl with Kellen Moore. So if the Eagles, okay, Xavier says, so if the Eagles make too far, do you think it's wise to keep Kevin Petula or get someone, bro? Honestly, oh man, Kevin Petula, bro. Oh man, bro, it's like a love-hate situation with our offensive coordinator. To be honest with you, if you ask me personally, because I know a lot of it isn't on Kevin. Like you gotta take accountability as a team, as a coaching staff. Everybody has to get blamed, the coaches, the players, because the players got to execute. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes he has some stuff drawn up really well, but if the players don't execute, everybody want to talk about Kevin Petula. It's not just Kevin P all the time, bro, right? It's a team game. It's the football is the ultimate team sport. So everybody has to take accountability, bro. You have to be able to take accountability for things that you've done, or if things isn't working out. And if you do that as a team, that builds chemistry, right? So I can't just blame Kevin. I just can't blame Kevin P. And I'm gonna keep it P. I'm gonna keep it P. You can't just blame one person, bro. When it's a team sport, when it's the ultimate team sport, you can't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'm too P. I'm too P for that. But the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, they have to get the offensive coordinator situation figured out and stop doing this to Jalen Hurts. Because you can't put one thing you can't do is put Jalen Hurts. You can't put your leader in a position to fail. That's what you can't do. You can't put your leaders in positions to fail. You can't put the reigning Super Bowl MVP in positions to fail. You have to make his entire environment conducive to him being what? Successful. If he's shown he can be successful. Don't diminish that. Don't you know what I'm saying, bro? So that's my only thing. I understand you wanna go grab somebody from your team and elevate them. I rock with that. You got to. But after it didn't work with Brian Johnson and you found somebody from the outside that fits and it was successful and won you a Super Bowl with Kellen Moore, you got to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Once the Eagles figure that out, we'll be fine offensively, okay? All right? But as of right now, am I worried about the offensive coordinator, the offense to a certain degree, right? Hopefully they've been holding back for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But again, bro, that just goes back to my original statement. Bro, this is what you have to expect when you bring in a new offensive coordinator. You know, he's trying to find himself. He's trying to, he understands the players because he's been on the team. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta look, bro. Look, you also gotta, right. The bottom line is we're the number 3 seed. We got our first playoff game is at home against the 49ers. Really, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. What we did last year. Hold on. You see that? Oh, let me look clean. Hold on. What we did last year, it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter, to be honest with you. Right? The bottom line is this is where we are. Okay? But to kind of set the foundation, to set that structure with this conversation, I want to start off by saying, bro, this was kind of expected, bro. With so much, and then when you win the Super Bowl, everybody want a piece of you now. Everybody want your players, your coaches. Like with success, people want to be a part of that. And guess what? If they have to take away from you to be a part of it, they'll feel included. Bar. A bar. So when you successful, right? You got outside influences wanting to do what? Take away. All right, let's see how's he this successful? How the Philadelphia Eagles so successful? Let's figure it out. Let's go take away from them. Let's go and get some of their players. Let's go get some of their coaching staff. So that's inevitable. It's going to happen. When you're successful, you know what happens? You have outside influences wanting to take away from that. This is how, I mean, that's what happens with the Eagles. So now they have to, okay, we got to find an offensive coordinator. We got to replace this person. We got to replace that person. Because now everybody want a piece of it. Because like, damn, what's making him so successful? You know what I'm saying? What's making this team so successful? All right, I want some of that. Right? It is also sabotage in a way too, because you know you're gonna leave a team depleted. And the team and look, here's the thing. When the Eagles are successful, going to Super Bowls, making deep playoff runs, it raises value for those for all of the players, for the whole team. So now with their value so high, they know like, okay, I go into the open market, I know I'm gonna get something. I know I'm gonna get paid. You know, so it's more now. It's more incentive for your team or players on your team to want to leave because their value is high now. Why? Because they was part of something successful. Let's keep it P. I'm just keeping it P. So, bro, it's difficult. And I don't think people really be. I don't think people realize that when I'm watching some of the hate and some of the like, bro. That's why I don't really watch Sports Center. That's why I don't watch Sports Center. That's why I don't watch any of those. That's why I don't watch it, because I know. You know what I'm saying? That's the outside looking in. Eagles' biggest obstacle to the NFC is themselves. That's what Xavier say. We can lose players, but it hurts the team more when we lose our play callers or play designers. Yeah, that hurts too. But I mean, without the players, I think bro, it hurts equally all around, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the players are out there executing. If the players don't execute and make the plays when they're put in a position by the play caller, that's what, see, you know what I'm saying, bro? That's what makes the football so beautiful. It's the ultimate team sport. Everybody got to take accountability. Right? So what's more important? The play callers or losing the play callers or losing the players, bro? It go hand in hand. If we lose, it's going to be a Nick Sirianni and Kevin Petula. Man, there's no if we lose it. You don't lose. We don't lose. You just experience a setback. It's not a loss, it's a setback, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a loss. We not, first off, we not losing. You know, we not losing, bro. We not losing to the 49ers. I haven't even gotten to the 49ers, bro. But you know, it's bro. I'm trying to set the stage for y'all, bro. I'm trying to illustrate. I'm trying to illustrate this for you guys. Right before we get to the 49ers, bro, because we got the 49ers, bro. It's a lot, right? These boys are right. I damn near hate the 49ers more than I hate the Cowboys, right? And that to say that is crazy. But bro, this is really becoming something. This rival is really this is now, because it's not a rival until you meet in the playoffs and you meet in NFC championship games or Super Bowls. We haven't met the Cowboys and no real drama. They not on a crumb. So it's like it's hard to look at the Cowboys as a real threat to us, because we've been putting belt to their ass. We've been winning Super Bowls. We've been in Super Bowls. I mean, like, we haven't played them in really no meaningful playoff games. With the 49ers, we done met the 49ers in an NFC championship game, right? We meet them in the playoffs this year, right? We've met them in 2023 with some on the line, right? So it becomes, this is heating up into a real life like rivalry, bro. Like, let's be honest. And that's just to give you a little, you know what I'm saying, a little sample of what we're going to be talking about with the 49ers. Look, Jordy said Eagles sucks, Commanders rule. Bro, we already cooked y'all. We ain't even talking about, look, why Commanders, bro? Y'all not even in the playoffs, dog. They not even in the playoffs. Easiest matchup. Niners could have got first round. Yeah, the Niners, bro. I'm not gonna act like they scrubs. You gotta respect the comp. now, right? You got to have confidence, but you got to respect your opponent. Because if you don't, hey, you got to respect your opponent, bro. Don't get hit upside the head because you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? You got to know there's an imminent threat. Don't be caught lacking. When there's a threat, you have to acknowledge it. Okay? Well, I'm not going to act like the 49ers don't have pieces. I'm not going to do that to them, right? I'm going to keep it P. We're going to keep it P. I'm going to keep it P this whole live stream. I promise you. I'm going to keep it P this whole live stream, bro. I'm reading the chat. I see y'all in the chat, bro. I'm going to keep it P this whole live stream, dog. You hear me? I'm going to keep it P. The 49ers have always, I mean, they've been like that for a minute. Like I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna take away from someone's. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm not a hater, bro. I can't do that, bro. If y'all want some fake, you know what I'm saying. If y'all want some of that fake shit, bro, this ain't where you should be at, bro. You know what I'm saying. I'm a diehard. Okay. I'm extremely passionate about the team. I love the team. But hey, I gotta. Why would I be fake or phony with y'all? I can't. Okay. Now, am I worried about the 49ers? Of course not. Of course not. This is probably the best matchup we could have asked for. Bro, talking about F the Eagles. Look, bro, and this motherfucker. Yeah, hey, Darth, you see him crying as Commanders fan. Hey, bro, look. Hey, bro, I'm not monetized on here, bro. If y'all want to show love, bro, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit me on IG or hit my cash out, bro. But look, hit me out, bro. I'm saying that to say this. I'm not monetized, bro. I'm already a nut on here. I could go crazy, bro, now. So y'all want to talk, bro, chill. You know what I'm saying? Because now I really have no filter on here, right? I don't have no filter because I'm not, the YouTube not paying me. So, you know what I'm saying? So why not go nuts? I might as well, bro. So y'all better chill, bro. Because I really can get on that with the Packers, the 49ers. We already smoked y'all, bro. Come on, bro. Stop. I'll let y'all troll me. You can troll me. You feel me? It help with the algo. It help with the algorithm, you know? And I like trolls. Okay, so y'all can troll, but when you have no substance behind your trolling, it don't bother anybody because we know you just fucking delusional. Okay? So they control, bro. Yo, what's up, Jax? What's the word, man? So they control, you hear me? But there's no validity in what they're saying. We know it's cap, right? So when you troll, the real essence of being a troll, there has to be some truth in it. You have to have some truth in your ability to successfully be a troll. That's a real troll. But I mean, you talking about come on, man, the Packers, nigga, they the what 7 seed, might get finna play on the road. I ain't trying to hear about no team that first round playoff game is on the road. You know what that mean? You're not even good enough to win your division. So I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Okay, the 49ers, they didn't even make it to the dance, bro. Come on. They still mad about how we got on them last year. They still mad about last year. So, I mean, I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? So I get the troll, bro. The Bird fans, Jordy says the Bird fans are mean. I went to NFC Championship and we got cussed out. We got cussed and threatened. A lot of shut your mouth. Or well, we probably he said what? All right, be like you probably bandwagon. Going. All right, bro. Whatever, bro. All right, okay. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you, dog. I hear y'all talking, but look, let me get back to my storytelling before I was rudely interrupted by some trolls. Let me finish talking my talk, okay? The 49ers, bro, nigga, they done lost 2 Super Bowls, bro. Nigga, they lost, bro, come on, man, bro. Y'all lost to the Rams in the Super Bowl and the Chiefs, the 49ers. And we smoked them in the NFC Championship game. Bro, like, I don't know how they get the monkey off their back. But I don't think they do. Then they didn't even win their division, which is horrible because now they got to go on the road and play Philly. You got to go into Philly, bro. You got to go into Philly. Didn't win your division. The last place they want to play in Philly. You know what happened the last time they played us in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If we really keeping it Pete, we want that's the whole that's what this is about. This keeping it. We're gonna keep it Pete. We're gonna keep it Pete this whole live stream. Okay. I'll get the 49ers they credit, get them they love, right? Show them like, all right, okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have been, having successful seasons as far as like men in the playoffs and winning games or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, bro? They've taken so much of an ass kicking, right? Sometimes, bro, you can't get that monkey off of your back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't escape you can't escape them demons, bro. If we keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? You might think you in the clear and look back and like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's what the 49ers cannot escape what happened to them in the NFC championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. When we knocked Brock Purdy out the game, knocked all their quarterbacks out the game. They had to change a rule because we whooped them so bad. And now y'all about to come back to Philly in a play. Boy. Oh my God. The atmosphere, the energy alone is enough to overwhelm you. He said my bad for everything. I have some respect for the Eagles. See, Jordy, you see what you see? You see, because bro, listening to somebody who's keeping it P. You know what I'm saying? When you're being honest and operating off integrity, bro, and logic and common sense, the haters would be like, you know what, bro, he making sense, bro. Because I mean, I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm showing the 49ers a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Despite the arrogance of this team, bro, they haven't done anything. They worse than the Cowboys. Because look, bro, they're in the same boat. Okay, the Cowboys and the 49ers had they run in the 90s and haven't done anything yet. And I think the 49ers are worse because they get in the Super Bowls and losing. Like, damn. At least the Cowboys ain't made it to the biggest stage and lost. You know what I'm saying? At least they don't even make it to that point. Now I understand we lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? You got to acknowledge your L's. It ain't really an L, it's a setback. You acknowledge your setbacks, right? You acknowledge them, right? I acknowledge our setbacks, but when you look at how rigged ours was, our Super Bowl loss, that shit was so rigged. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, there's nothing you can do in this situation but lose. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes you have those situations where like, all right, the refs is against us. Everything is like, there's nothing you can do at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So you had those moments too to where like, yeah, you finna take this one regardless, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So with the 49ers, they had fair shot. They had a fair crack at it twice. They ain't pull it off. Like we lost one, got cheated, right? By our defensive coordinator, people on our team was also helping us help. You know what I'm saying? Attributing to our demise, right? In that Super Bowl we lost. Then you had the refs, and you had the grass was fucking, bro. That Super Bowl, bro. There was no way we was going. You know what I'm saying? There was no way we was gonna win that one. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, sometimes you just sometimes, bro, the odds are overwhelmingly not in your favor. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about how you take you know what I'm saying? We ain't just you know what I'm saying? We was competitive. We could have won. We had a shot to win at the end, but they just gave, you know what I'm saying? They just cheated us in that Super Bowl, right? But what we do? We bounced back. It took a minute, you know what I'm saying? It took a year. Right? It took a year, but then you go back and you avenge yourself and beat the team that beat you, right? So the Eagles, bro, our story is written completely different than the 49ers, okay? The 49ers, dog. Bro, the 49ers, it's the complete opposite with them, right? The 49ers are going to NFC championship games, going to Super Bowls, and they're losing them. They're not getting over the hump. You know what I'm saying? They not getting over the hump. It's Super Bowl title or bust. Facts, Eagles fan. Bro say, let's get ready to rumble. Big say, where you been at, X? Hey, bro, I addressed that early on, bro. Like, again, bro, I'll touch on that real quick, bro. It's like YouTube is tough, bro, to consistently post on YouTube, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be successful on YouTube. YouTube is probably one of the hardest things you can do in life. I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really do. I already apologize to everybody and show my, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I owe you guys an apology because you guys have been so supportive to me, and for me to just not be, locked in with y'all or not even be show any type of transparency. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I owe, you know what I mean? So I already touched on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go back, watch the whole live stream, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Watch the live stream and you'll understand, bro. But the 49ers, yo, Muhammad, what's the word? D Mark say Jalen got a ball out to prove the haters wrong again. You don't got to, bro. It ain't even about, bro. It get to the point, right? With haters, right? With the Jalen Hurts haters, bro. Okay, you only use that as fuel, but at some point, bro, when you done made it to where he's at right now, it's like, all right, bro. I don't even think he might tap into that, right? The hate, you know what I'm saying, to use it as motivation or whatever the case may be. But at some point, bro, it's like, all right, that don't even phase me anymore. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point where like the Jalen Hurts haters, bro, it don't even phase me no more personally, right? And I'm pretty sure it don't phase Jalen anymore. Bro already won a Super Bowl and an MVP. He's bro been winning. Come on, man. He done won a national championship in college. He's proved all of his haters wrong, dog. So I mean, bro, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I think Jalen has external reasons to why he wants to be. I think he's just rooted and grounded so much in the the work. You know what I'm saying? To where the hate is not even really about proving the haters wrong anymore, because shit, you already did that. It's like, do it again? Like, nah, bro. At some point you prove them wrong and then you move on and then you find comfort in knowing that you shut all them the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So now I think with Jalen, he's like more of a veteran and he's really just operating in a mindset to where let's just do what's best for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Uh E says, do you think Muhammad says, bro, who somebody asked me, am I an Eagles fan? Bro, come on, bro. Hey, I can't, hey, I haven't sent anybody to the loser lounge. I haven't sent nobody to the loser lounge in months, bro. I'm dying to send somebody to the loser lounge, bro. What you mean, am I an Eagles fan? Bro, what? I'm one of them ones, bro. Come on, man. Stop. I don't know if you was asking me. Was I Eagles, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm on. Yo, Joey, what's the word? Pats versus Eagles Super Bowl. I don't know about that. But look, the 49ers, okay? The 40 liars. The 40 whiners. They're in bad territory, bro. They're in bad territory. Now, as we look at this game, okay, before we even get into the game, right? The history of the Philadelphia Eagles and the 49ers, that's the essence of this conversation, bro. Because for the 49ers, they're past. They can't get over the hump, bro. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers cannot get over the hump. Hold on. The 49ers cannot get over the hump. Right? And especially when you're the reason that uh when you're the reason when you're part of the reason that the 49ers have not been able to win a Super Bowl. Like, look, if the 49ers went on to have one of those Super Bowls that they've lost in the last 4 or 5 years, I would be saying a different tone. They've shown that they are incapable of overcoming adversity. Okay. And they have a huge test going on the road against a team that, yeah, we haven't been looking like we've looked last year, but you're still going into a hostile environment. Like, the Eagles fans, bro, going into that stadium, bro. That's half the battle right there. You have first off, you have to be able to go into Philly and be able to be competent, bro. Yeah, bro, say facts. Eagles fans differently. Yeah, D Mark, you already know, bro. You got to go into that environment first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get off the plane, get on the bus. And as soon as you get on the bus, it's gonna be a bunch of Eagles fans there. Hecklers, right? With signs, all type of. So, bro, first you have to overcome that mental aspect, and then you have to actually play the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. You know what I'm saying? On top of the headaches, it's just a headache on headache, right? Brock Purdy, they quarterback, right? This is the same arena where Brock Purdy in the NFC Championship game tore his whole shoulder apart. Couldn't finish the game. We go on to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? This the same Brock Purdy that going into that atmosphere, bro, there's no guarantee he's going to be comfortable. And you know our defense is probably better than the defense that he's seen the last time we faced them in the playoffs. So for the 49ers, they're going to have to overcome this. They're going to have to overcome this, bro. Joy says no Bill Super Bowl. Uh Juan says let's go Eagles for sure. No Pittsburgh Super Bowl. Joey says no Pittsburgh Super Bowl. Eagles won't beat the 12th. Eagles won't beat the 12th man no matter how you talk it up. The 12th man, you talking about the Seahawks? See, look, bro, we ain't y'all bringing up other teams, bro. We talking about the 49ers. 49ers will lose for sure. I mean, I'm not going to act like, I'm not going to act as if the 49ers are a pushover, right? I'm going to keep it P. I'm going to keep it P on me. I'm going to keep it P. Okay? The 49ers, they're a quality ball club. Okay? Kyle Shanahan with Brock Purdy and that system that, Brock Purdy looks good in that system as usual. You know, they're coached well. You know what I'm saying? So, Kyle Shanahan's he's gonna have some things drawn up to, kind of, be able to put some stress on the Eagles defense. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Let's be honest. We know that. He gonna have some stuff drawn up. But at the end of the day, the 49ers as a team, as an organization, bro, they're just like the Cowboys, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you think they finna go into the road or go on the road and beat a Philadelphia Eagles team that's looking to repeat, you see the banner, bro. I guarantee you, if they do it, which they won't, you got to tip your hat off to them, right? You got to, you know what I'm saying? But they've shown that they're not built like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They've shown it. And it's the same coach, it's the same head coach. You know what I'm saying? It's the same blueprint, same organization, bro. They're going to have to prove themselves. Look, Mr. Keeper Papa says the Seattle got them limping. Yeah, they don't, and that's the thing. They were in an extremely competitive division, and they ain't even the best in their division, bro. They not even the best in their division. Eagles fan says the 40 Winers don't deserve the record they have. They benefited on a cupcake schedule and teams not wanting to play the defense. Teams not wanting to play. Okay, yeah. But bro, to rebuttal that or to play devil's advocate, honestly, none of that matters in the playoffs, bro. None of that matters in the playoffs. It's win and go home, right? So you kind of throw everything out from this season, right? But what I'm trying to get you guys see. So look, bro, when I do a live stream, like or when I talk to you guys, I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys to understand. You know what I'm saying? I try to get you guys in the mindset of where how I'm, dissecting football, right? And not even from X's and O's. The 49ers have not been able to get over the hump. And their first game is on the road against Philly, bro. Like, you gotta go to Philly. That's tough for any team right now. When you playing a reigning the defending champs, that's tough for any team to have to deal with. Bro said they should trade AJ Brown for draft picks. Come on, bro. Why would you trade AJ Brown, bro? That's not happening, bro. That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. Like, stop, bro. Even when AJ Brown is not getting his stats, he's commanding so much attention from opposing defenses, bro. They gotta roll coverages his way. They gotta move. You know what I'm saying? They gotta double team and figure out, all right, how do we stop this guy? Right. So I mean, bro, he's a decoy. Him being a decoy is showing how valuable he is, because you gotta apply resources to AJ Brown. So even when he's not, you know what I'm saying, even when he's not being productive on a stat sheet, he's being productive in ways you don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, bro. A lot of times you don't see the you don't see the value that someone brings because it doesn't show up right away on a stat sheet. The first thing you look at with AJ Brown, oh, he's a distraction, or he's this or he's that, he's a diva, right? But you don't but we don't look at we don't look at his value that he brings outside of him being quote unquote a diva or distractions or what he's doing on the on the stat sheet. Okay, so regardless, AJ Brown is going to always play a pivotal role, even if you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't talking about trade AJ Brown. What the hell? Bang bang Eagles gang. Hey Max Ray, I like that, bro. Look, Tristan said they ain't sending AJ nowhere. Stop with the BS, please. Stop it, bro. We ain't talking about that in the playoffs. We ain't talking about that right now, bro. That's already been debunked. And I'll keep it P. I started the whole trade AJ Brown wave to keep it P. But during the playoff run last year, you get more information and you start to see like AJ Brown is not the problem, bro. Right? It may look that way, but AJ Brown was never the problem, bro. I just didn't have enough info. I just didn't have enough intel, right? From the outside looking in. And again, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I know for a fact the whole trade AJ Brown thing, bro. I know I was a huge You know what I'm saying? I think that was what 2 years ago, bro. But again, I was looking at the trade AJ Brown situation as a him being a distraction, him being a diva, and not knowing, bro. It was other things bro was seeing that we was not privy to. Right. So that's not it, bro. I'm telling you, from somebody who kind of, you know what I'm saying, started that wave, bro. No, I'm telling you, bro, the trade AJ Brown thing is just not it, bro. It's not it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not it. That's not what we doing. Hey man, I got respect on the Eagles, even though I'm a Commanders fan. See, Jordy, I respect you for that, bro. And you got to. We put up 55 on y'all throat. We put up 55 on y'all forehead, boy. You gotta have respect for us, boy. You got to. You got to. You don't got a choice. Jordy says, Coach for the Eagles is a problem. David says we going back to back. Really, we are about to three-peat. Now look, we ain't gonna get ahead of ourselves. Right? Of course, I want the repeat, but we also like you got to give respect to your adversaries, bro. Because the minute you don't, now you behind, right? The minute you don't show, you know what I'm saying? Because now if you don't show respect to your foe or acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, what the ability that they have, if you don't acknowledge that your adversary is an actual threat, you're behind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna act as if the 49ers don't pose a threat because they've had a really good season. They really how many win somebody put in the chat how many wins the 49ers had, bro, this year, right? If it wasn't for the Seahawks, they would be in position for the number one seed, right? So this isn't your average. This, bro, is not. No, no, no. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident in the Eagles. I know we gonna get them. I know what we gonna do to them. But at the same time, I'm gonna give respect where respect is due. I subbed. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Jordy. David says they had 12 wins. Jordy says 13. I think, bro, we talking about a 12 win, 13 win team. Stop it, bro. They have more wins than us. You know what I'm saying? So let's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them, I'm gonna give them they do. I'm gonna give them they respect, bro. But, but I think going into Philly for any team in the NFL is just regardless of how the Eagles play, bro. Like a lot of that shit, you kind of throw out the window what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing else really matters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who's made it to the dance, everybody's equal. We're all 0-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? What you've done in your past to an extent doesn't matter. I mean, I'll say this season, but when you look at it in its totality, right? Bro, the 49ers, they haven't shown that they can get over the hump. That's my thing. Now, I know it's kind of a contradiction when you say, "Oh, how can you say that the past season doesn't matter?" But then you looking at, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at an entire body of work here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just looking at one season. I'm looking at an entire body of work from years on in with them. And what makes it that much more damning for them is the fact that they still got some of the same pieces. The Eagles still got some of the same pieces, right? You still got a lot of your core nucleus team. You got the nucleus of your team still intact. You got your quarterback, you got your captains, you got the you know what I'm saying, your head coach, the play caller. So they still have the same player, the same core pieces that was on their team when they've experienced some excruciating drawbacks. And Kyle Shanahan. God damn, Kyle Shanahan, bro. Honestly, bro, if okay, let's put it, I'm gonna put it to you like this. If the 49ers lose in the first round, Kyle Shanahan should be fired. Clip it, mainstream, use it, go to talk about it, whatever, bro. I'm telling you right now, if Kyle Shanahan loses, because at this point, bro, what have you like? I mean, bro, you not getting, you not finishing, bro. Look, Randy Thompson, how about them Cowboys? Ain't no way we you bringing them up. David says our offense, I believe, is going to go crazy in the playoffs. Jalen is MJ in the postseason, bro. I don't. I really. That's my biggest question. Is the Eagles' offense, dog? That's everybody's big. That's our only real worry. Is the Eagles' offense, which is crazy when you got Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, Jordan Mailata, right? Cam Jurgens. We talking the O line, Lane Johnson. Say 2K say. Come on, bro. When you talk about the offense, bro, for that to be our biggest worry is concerning. I'm gonna keep it P. I'm gonna keep it P. That's everybody's biggest. That's everybody's biggest. Hold on, bro. Let me take the shades off, gang. Chat. Because now we talking about the Eagles offense, right? Oh man, now I gotta keep it P. The Eagles offense. For the Eagles offense to be our biggest concern, bro. When they got all pro MVP, Super Bowl MVP candidates. Come on, bro. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goddard. These boys should be putting up 50 on everybody. No, no, okay. Keeping it P, we should be scoring 35 a game on average. Okay? I'm gonna keep it P. We should be scoring 35. But like my biggest concern for the Eagles is my biggest concern. They offense. Like, which is crazy. You should never have to worry about the Philadelphia Eagles offense putting up buckets, getting a bucket. They should put up 35, bro. I don't give a fuck who. I don't give a fuck what defense it is. If it was the 85 Bears, they should be putting up elite. They should be giving at any. They should be giving, nigga, the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks. I'm talking about elite defenses. The one of them Pittsburgh's the steel curtain. Let's talk about elite defenses, all-time elite defenses in the NFL history. The Eagles should be putting up 30 on anybody, on any defense ever orchestrated in the history of football. I'm gonna keep it P, but we haven't been. But on paper, we know what paper is. It's nothing. You burn it. It ain't nothing. But on paper, they should be putting up. They should be getting a bucket. Jake Elliott missing field goals and shit. Like, bro, missing easy field goals. Like, come on, bro. Come on, even with guys like Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott is he's our kicker. The kicker's going to get a bucket. They are. Come on, bro. You know how important the kickers are. They gonna get you three. This like a guarantee bucket. It should be. Look at what happened to Steelers and the Ravens. Winner go home. Winner in a playoff. That was like a playoff game. Winner go home atmosphere. Nigga, they kicker blew it. Bro couldn't get a bucket. Go get a buck. He couldn't get a bucket. Meanwhile, we got Jake Elliott, one of elite kickers in the NFL, one of the top kickers in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So like when you add that to the offense as well, now you throw in Jake Elliott, you throw in MVP Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts, regular season MVP runner up Jalen Hurts, elite AJ Brown, elite Devonta Smith, top tight end in the NFL, and Dallas Goddard, elite O line, bro. Offensive Player of the Year Saquon Barkley. Come on, bro. These boys should be putting up 35 on anybody, right? And the fact that everybody's like, hey, what the Nick Sirianni, Kevin Batula, offense, what we gonna do? To the fact that that is what's in question is our offense. Is really the that's the biggest issue, bro. That's the biggest question mark. Not even an issue. That's the biggest question mark. Look, bro, talking about Eagles suck. Send his ass to the loser lounge. I've been waiting. Ban him. Loser lounge. Get him out of here. All right, okay, I see y'all. Okay, okay, okay. All right, bro. I mean, okay. I'm gonna let some of y'all rock out for now. Okay. There's so many seats in the loser lounge, bro. Like all y'all can go there. The loser lounge is empty. I ain't been sending nobody to the shadow realm. Hey, you gonna go? You want to go to the shadow realm? You want that smoke? It has to be the Ryder says it has to be the play calling. I mean that's offense. That's offense. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not just play calling because the players has to have to execute. So it goes hand in hand, bro. It's hard to differentiate who's at fault on a lot of these, you know what I'm saying, play designs, bro, or play calling. So I'm not gonna be overly, you know what I'm saying, play calling and offense, players performing and executing, all that is gonna go hand in hand, bro. Cause Kevin P, he can design the perfect play. And Jalen Hurts missed a throw by a yard or two. Or somebody ain't blocking for Saquon Barkley, or Saquon Barkley tiptoeing through the fucking hole, or trying to, you know what I'm saying, dance around. I don't want no contact, don't want no smoke. When all you had to do is just, you know what I'm saying, just follow your block. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's a combination of everything. It's a combination of Nick Sirianni. What you gonna do on 4th and 1? What you gonna do on 3rd and 3? You know what I'm saying? Tush push. All right, boom. Tush push on 3rd and 3. You got 1 yard. What you gonna do on 4th and 2? 4th and 1. 4th and inch. Like, bro, bro, you gotta add. You have to add play calling, Kevin Batula, Nick Sirianni, and the offense all in one bubble. I'm gonna keep it a P. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it P. You got to. Yo, Dylan, what's the word, bro? Look, Ryder says, bro, at one point someone called the tush push 4 times in a row. Or at least have like some variation of it, play action off of it, and have like a jet sweep to the left, or a sweep to the right, or fake tush push, or like, bro, have something else in those formations to where they like, all right, they can do it. Because everybody's gearing up for the tush push. So if you fake a tush push and do something like, come on, bro, be more creative. That's my point, bro. You see, that's my point. I'm glad you said that. Motherfucker doing, bro, they doing 2, 3 tush pushes in a row. Like, come on, bro. Like, motherfucker doing tush push on 2nd and 1. Bro. That's play calling, right? But if you execute properly, I mean, you should be able to get it. But bro, like I said, it goes hand in hand. But the first thing we want to do is, all right, let's just, you know what I'm saying? We love our players, so we don't really want to too much say, oh, it's play calling. I mean, you don't want to too much blame the players. You just want to say it's play calling. But bro, it just goes hand in hand. I'm just keeping it peak. I got to. Like, bro, like I know the game you talk, bro. I seen something. Like I haven't been locked in, bro, but I was watching like highlights or something, bro. Some I said, I'm looking at these boys. I'm like, y'all done did 3, 4 tush pushes in a row, and Niggas doing tush pushes on 2nd and 1 and not converting, and then going on 3rd and 2 and like, boy, if y'all don't do something creative. So again, bro, I think in that situation is definitely play calling. Certain points in the game, I think as far as like game management, when you look at game management, that's when play calling really shows its rears its ugly head. Okay, when you look at, that's when you understand it's play calling, right? When you look at like situational football, bro, and you like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of different. You can kind of separate the two. You can do that. You can separate. All right, is this play calling or is this like execution? You know what I'm saying? Because it can be something drawn up perfectly, and somebody drop a pass wide open, or you know what I'm saying? Like you can see who's the culprit, and a lot of times the culprit, then there's been a play call. You know what I'm saying? But it's been so much of a mixture of both. I don't want to be unfair or be biased, right? But the fact that we are worried about the Eagles offense that's a bad sign, because you got too many pieces, too many good players, too many great players, too many elite players, too many proven players on the offense side of the ball, right? So I mean, if we're gonna talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, and going into this game, what are we worried about? That's crazy, bro. The Eagle, bro. Like I said, bro, they should put up. But I really don't see this being. I don't see any games being high scoring. I don't see any of these playoff games being high scoring. Honestly, a lot of teams play conservative game management, time of possession. They kind of want to run the ball, milk the clock, right? Limit other teams having the ball, limit possessions, and so I mean, usually in the playoffs, bro, you play it safe, and that's what I feel like that's always the most successful way to win in the playoffs, is to control the clock, which the Eagles are built to do, play sound defense, long drives that just like milk, like I said, bro, just milk the clock. Keep the ball away from the opposing team's offense so that limit their opportunities to score, get a couple takeaways. That's always the blueprint to win in the playoffs. It's always been a blueprint, and it never fails. So when you look at the playoffs, you look at a whole different like brand of football that's been played. It always boils down to the same brand of football. Now, of course, if teams get desperate, all right, but we finna open up this playbook. We finna open this playbook up on their ass. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you see a lot of high scoring games. But for the most part, bro, especially early on, the playoffs just start. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, you go for what, you know what I'm saying? You go for the formula that wins in the playoffs, and that's playing great defense, getting turnovers, running the ball, time of possession, and limit the other team's opportunities to score. Right? So that's usually what it is, dog. I'm gonna keep it P. That's how I see most. That's how I see this wild card round. I kind of see it being, you know what I'm saying, typical. A typical brand of winning brand of playoff football, honestly. Now, whoever plays the better brand of playoff football, that's usually who's going to be, you know what I'm saying, in a better position to win. Now, having said all that, if you're on the opposing side of that, and you can't keep up with that brand of football, and you go behind, or you're going to start forcing things, because damn, you look at it like, all right, we got to do something to, you know what I'm saying, take control of this game. So now you start pressing, trying to overdo stuff, and then next thing you know is like, fuck it, let's open this playbook up. Whatever happens, happens, right? I hope the Eagles aren't that team that feels like they have to reach or overcompensate because they are losing. They are losing that battle of who's playing a better, playoff brand, playoff style football. If that make any sense. Bro, the offense rested this whole season. Now it's time to go for it. Hey, Ryder. Hey, I mean, if again, and you know what? I'll play devil's advocate a little bit, right? It's hard to just go from being mediocre to just saying, "All right, let's turn it up a notch." Right? Can the Eagles do that? Absolutely. They have all the time in the world to do so. But don't think it's just as simple as, all right, because again, you gotta have, you know what I'm saying, an identity. You have to have you have to be consistently doing something to be able to just turn it up like that. Unfortunately, the Eagles offense have not shown us that they, you know what I'm saying? That they can go back to that dominating style of offense, right? So that's just that's just, you know what I'm saying, some things that to keep an eye on. But I feel like they can. I feel like they will. Let's make no mistake about it, bro. Offense has to step it up, especially with the time of possession stat. Facts. Remember when X lost the hat back to the Niners creator and didn't honor wearing it after taking a fat L versus the 49ers? I do. You know what, bro? Let's talk about that, bro. I would happily honor that. You know what, bro? Let's put it like this. Okay, let's relive that because y'all always give me a hard time about that, right? Okay, so look, in 2023, I went live with a really big creator, right? And we had a hat bat. It was pretty much if the 49ers beat us, I had to wear a 49ers hat. They beat us. I ain't put that fucking shit on. What? I'm a diehard. You want me to put that hat on? Right? Come get it off of my dying corpse. Now let me stop. But look, you know what? I'm gonna keep it Pete. I can put the hat on now because what happened after that? We done won a Super Bowl, right? The 49ers done went downhill. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And again, all right, be a man of your word, honor your, you know what I'm saying, bro? Hell no, nigga. Fuck the 49ers. Fuck them. That was me saying fuck the 49ers at that time. And guess what happened? We went on and won a Super Bowl, bro. So I mean, bro, guess what? I can honor I can honor that bet. Now it won't do me no harm because look what happened after that. Okay, we wound up losing in the playoffs that year. We didn't go far, but then we won in the next year, and then the 49ers unraveled. So let's put it like this, okay? If the 49ers clip this, I don't give a fuck. Look, if the 49ers beat us, nigga, I would buy two 49ers hats and rock them bitches. If they beat us, I would honor the hat back. But even then, bro, it don't fake, bro, because like if you look at it right in the grand scheme of things now, right, bro, we already up. We already up one. Right? You know what I'm saying? So like there's no way y'all thought I was gonna wear that hat after they beat us, bro. I'm such a dick. Hey, no, but look. Hey, but no. All right, look. You know what? Let's relive that moment. All right, and let's add to it. If they beat us, bro, I'll put on two. If they beat us, which they won't, I would buy two 49ers hats and I will wear them, bro. And during multiple live streams, bro, if they beat us this week, okay, just to go back and kind of right my wrongs in a sense, looking at. Hey, look, see him say you're wild. Ryder says, "Listen, bro, an eagle is meant to soar and spread his wings, not this sassy turtle conservative play calling." All right, bet. So if the Eagles win, bro, I want 200 in my cash app. Because that's how much the damn hat's going to cost if I have to go buy them with inflation. God damn it. 49ers hats, bro. Damn. Hey, look, you know what, bro? I'm gonna do something special for y'all for that, bro. Let me catch the algo. Let me catch the algorithm, right? Okay. Let me start getting the content back flowing. Okay. And then, I'm a bro, hey, Caesar says, bro, Purdy chokes in prime time. All I needed was for him to lose to the Seahawks when it mattered. And check, check, check. Yo, hey, but I'm Brock Purdy. I like him as a quarterback, bro. I'm not gonna act like Brock Purdy isn't. You know what I'm saying, for that system, you know, he makes it work. All right, Ryder, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, gang. But again, I'm giving. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, Maul? What's the word? K3. And shout out to everybody that been in the live stream. Look, bro, I can guarantee you this. All right. For me to not have like YouTube, like for me to not be live streaming, have not posted any content and still get whatever views or bro, it's I appreciate y'all, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. So, and then y'all know I just pop up and post, and then you know what I'm saying. Y'all don't know, y'all never really know how I'm coming. So, all everything I do is organic anyway. So, uh, but hey, this playoff time, so I'm gonna show my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put a face on it. They say no face, no case, right? They say no face, no case. Why? Don't you want to get recognition for your bodies? So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop out, bro, and let the chips fall where they may. But he said, "Hope we wear our Kelly greens." Then we don't even know what, but we don't even know what we wearing. We don't even know what the Eagles putting on. What are we wearing for this game? Hey, I'm also. Hey, look. After this live stream, I'm gonna pop out on TikTok too. I'm gonna hop on TikTok for a minute. Hey, y'all, go follow my TikTok. I think it's the same as my YouTube. I'm cause TikTok really be talking that talk, boy. TikTok really be going crazy on the live, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream the game and watch the game live with you guys. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I mean, if the 49ers, okay, the 49ers. Before I even break down like film or look at stats, I'm gonna keep it basic, bro. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers have not shown that they can get over the hump. Plain and simple, bro. Plain and simple. Simple as that. Okay. And until they do, there's no way in hell I'm gonna think they're gonna make any noise. Any noise in the playoffs. Hey, bro, look, I'm finna hop on TikTok, right? because they be really trying TikTok, they be really trying to talk that talk. I'm gonna hop on TikTok and go live. But look, guys, look, I'm gonna try to be consistent with the content, with the videos, and we just gonna go from there, bro. But you already know, like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles, man. Catch me on TikTok and